Faces of Indieground is about to go live online. Interviews with fresh, independent artists you hear on Indieground. Tuesday nights on the Monster.
Streaming video on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931.
Your host, Rhea Rams. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Manila's hottest Monster, RX93.1. Hey, Monsters! You guys are currently locked into Sound Trip, and hey, really excited to be here for our show today because I've been away for the last couple of weeks. So thank you so much to Gail for holding the fort down here on Sound Trip on Faces of Indieground. And today is a very, very special day because we actually happen to have a very special guest live here on the show. It is none other than the singer-songwriter. Of course, she is the songwriter behind the huge hits, Tala, Rosas, and a whole lot more. So we'll be hearing from her. We're actually going to hear live from her here on the show. So everyone, let's give it up for Nica del Rosario.
Sa iyong mga ngiti, at kung hanggang dito lang talaga tayo, hindi pababayaan ang daang tinakapagpigil ka. Kung umabot tayo hanggang dulo, kapit lang ng mahigpit, aabutin natin ng mga tala. Nakikita ko sa iyong mga mata. Tala, tala, ang hingin ng iyong mga mata'y nahanap ko sa mga tala. Maaaring kinabukas ay magiba na ihip mo ang iyong ngunit maaaring kahit pansamantala, ikaw muna'y maging akin. Di na ako'y nakalutang nasa langit, ngunit nalulunod sa iyong mga ngiti. At kung hanggang dito lang talaga tayo, hindi pababayaan ng daang tinak na kapiling ka. Kung umabot tayo hanggang dulo, kapit lang ng mahigpit, aabutin natin ng mga tala. Tala, tala, ang ningning ng mga tala'y nakikita ko sa iyong mga mata. Tala, tala, ang ningning ng iyong mga mata'y nahanap ko sa mga tala. Hindi man ako nilagay sa mundong ito para sa iyo. Parang nakatingin ang buong daigdig pag ako'y yakap-yakap mo. At kung hanggang dito lang talaga tayo, hindi pababayaan ng daang tinak na kapiling ka. Kung umabot tayo hanggang dulo, kapit lang ng mahigpit, aabutin natin ng mga tala. Tala, tala, ang ningning ng mga tala'y nakikita ko sa iyong mga mata. Tala, tala, Ang ningning ng iyong mga matay nahanap ko sa mga tala. Siguro nga itinakda ng mga bituin ang puso mo para sa puso ko. Siguro habang buhay natin naabutin ang ningning ng iyong mga matay nahanap ko sa mga tala.
Woohoo! Everybody make some noise for the one and only Nica del Rosario live here on the Faces of Indieground stage here on Soundtrip. Welcome, welcome, Nica! Oh my gosh, how have you been? I mean, I know you just came back from Waikiki, Hawaii. So thank you so much for gracing, our stage, and we're just so happy. This is your first time here.
Yeah, it's my first time.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, so welcome. And I mean, just catch us up to speed. How have you been? What have you been up to these past, few months?
I've been good. I've been trying to work on an album that's hopefully gonna come out like early next year. So
Okay.
I have one single that's out already, and then there's another one coming this month.
Okay. Cool. I mean, okay, in terms of the song that's already out, it's actually playing in the background right now, Monsters. So if you guys hear that, that is your latest release, AU, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So can you actually tell us more about the song? I mean, how was it created? How did the whole process start?
So AU means alternate universe. So the song is basically about how like someone's thinking about their failed relationship and how somewhere there's an alternate universe where they actually worked out. So
Okay.
that's what the song is about.
I see. Okay. So I mean, how did you start, the process of this song? What inspired you to write this song?
I was having I was talking to my wife just one day. Because we met in college, but we didn't start dating until like 4 or 5 years later.
Okay.
So I was asking her na parang if we were in school, like if we had started dating in college, how would that turn out? And she was like, yeah, we probably would have started dating, but we wouldn't last. Like in her head, like my version of like my college version and her college version wouldn't have worked out. So
Yeah.
I got kind of sad thinking about that parallel universe where we didn't work out. So I kind of like just flipped it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that was the song is like parallel universe me thinking about how we are now in this universe. So
Okay. I mean, it's a song a lot of people can relate to for sure. In that what ifs or you know what I mean? But I mean in terms of, your process and just is she often the one that gives you inspiration? I'm sure she is, but how
Yeah,
does that
kinda.
work? Yeah.
yeah, the first song I actually wrote about her was Tala. So
Oh my gosh.
so
Okay.
we just started dating then, which is why like the lyrics of Tala is like filled with like hopeful uncertainty. So
Oh my gosh.
so if I guess you can see the progress of our relationship if you look at all the songs I've written, like all the stages.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay. And okay, it's nice to know the inspiration behind Tala, but we also were talking about it off air how you released the song and that it only really took off like 4 years after.
Yeah.
So how did that feel for you? Na parang, you released a song and then it was only 4 years later na bigla it's picking up and how did that feel for you?
It's very strange and surreal because like you weren't like that was the last thing for any of us, like for it to be a dance craze like 4 years after it was released. So I don't think anybody was expecting it. So I was kind of confused at the start, but I'm also very grateful that it happened, and I'm very thankful for everyone who supported Tala and
Yeah.
Sarah. So
I mean, okay, so there's Tala and there's so many other hits. Like for Monsters, for those of you that are just tuning in, we have Nica del Rosario live here in studio. She performed for us, and you guys can catch this also online. But of course, there's Tala, and then there's still so many other hit songs. Of course, there's Rosas. There's also Karera of Bini, which actually just celebrated its 1 year anniversary. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
I
so
didn't know. Like I just saw a post tagging me saying like it's the anniversary of Carrera. So
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
mean, it's amazing what you've done. How does it feel being a hit maker?
I don't know. I just keep trying to make songs, I guess, and hoping that it inspires people or it gives them comfort or hope or whichever feeling they get from. It's like it's different when other artists sing it, I guess. It's like when it's just in your head and you're imagining it to like them actually singing it. It's a crazy feeling, and yeah, I'm grateful that a lot of all these artists have sang songs I've written. So
Yeah. I mean, what does it feel like when you're in front of a huge crowd and everyone's singing along with you? Have you ever like cried and you just couldn't even continue?
I think that happened during the campaign rallies with Rosas. I was
Yeah.
well, they're like singing in front of crowds is always very scary for me. So when other people sing back and sing along with me, it's less scary, and it's nice. It's a nice feeling that um other people know the song enough for them to sing it back to you, and yeah, I get less scared when that
Yeah.
happens. So,
That's true because it just feels like you have everyone that's with you there
yeah.
and singing with you. But and speaking of everyone else, what is the most like touching message you've received from a fan or someone that's been moved by your music, by your lyrics?
Um, I think everyone who reached out to me about Carrera, because it's a song about mental health and anxiety and pressure from society to go at a certain pace, and like I would receive messages of people saying they got delayed in school or they can't graduate on time or like other struggles and stuff, and they keep saying that Carrera makes them feel less alone, and it validates them and makes them feel like it's gonna be okay. And I like feeling that I send that message, so because like I that's something I also have to remember sometimes, and that song is also kind of a message to me that things don't have to go so fast, and you can't compare yourself to other people. So
Yeah.
knowing that other people going through the same thing as me find hope in the song, like that's my favorite feelings as a songwriter. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing as a songwriter. You write a song that you yourself also kind of heal through
Yeah.
as well. And speaking of like the pressures and everything, and especially in the music industry, you've written so many hit songs, and I'm sure after one hit, do you feel the pressure for your next song needing to be a hit? And how do you deal with that and still stay genuine in the music that you make?
Yeah, I still feel like sometimes I need to hear the message of Carrera because I still put a lot of pressure in to myself to like do well. But I guess what I remind myself is sometimes it just needs to like touch one person for me to consider it a success, because I just I just want other people to feel less alone and to feel comforted by my songs, regardless of it whether it becomes a hit or not. So
Yeah.
that's what keeps me going.
And I mean, in terms of advice, what is like the best piece of advice you've been given, maybe by a fellow musician or even family, just anyone? What's that advice that parang you'll always fall back on?
Um,
I'm sure
I
there's
guess
tons.
yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think it's advice, but it's more of like a message that like no matter what happens, I'm not alone. In whatever I'm going through, there are people I can always count on, and it's always comforting to me when I'm going through something. And, so yeah, when I get reminded that I'm not alone, I have my friends and my family. It makes me feel less scared to keep going. So
And I mean, okay, you mentioned, you have your friends, you have your family. Aside songwriting, aside singing, what else, are your hobbies? What else do you love? What else like sparks inspiration for you?
other than spending time with people I love, I like collecting toys. So like
Oh,
I build Legos in my spare time, and
oh, cool.
I don't think I've ever gotten inspiration from that, but
That's okay.
it makes me feel less burnt out and
Yeah,
less tired. And I also like to read, and I eat with Just a lot. Like
yeah.
when we went to Hawaii, we just kept eating. And
It's so good. Yeah.
yeah.
What was your favorite meal in Hawaii?
um, also probably the cheapest meal in Hawaii, which is like spam musubi.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it's the easiest thing to get.
Yeah. Those like masubi sandwiches are
Yeah.
so good. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you guys had that chance to travel and kind of recharge. What else is coming up ahead of you? You mentioned that you have the album coming up.
Yeah, so I have a song coming up. It's called Virgo. It's
Okay.
coming October 11th, I
Ooh.
think. Yeah.
Okay. Couple days away. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's also about mental health and anxiety. So,
Okay.
I'm hoping people like it. And, it's a different sound from what I'm known for. It's more electronic. So,
Oh, cool. Did you have a whole team around you with this one, or was it just you?
yeah, it's produced by Bojam, who's also the producer of Tala
Oh,
and
okay.
Carrera and many others. So,
Cool. Okay, that's something we can look forward to. That's just like 2 weeks away, so something we can look out for. But you did also just release Tala again.
yeah, last June I released my own version of Tala, so you can stream it if you like that version that I just performed. It's very similar to.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And I mean, okay, we were talking a lot about your fans and your support group. Is there a message that you have to all of your fans? And yeah, just something that you'd maybe want to share with them.
Um, Thank you so much for all the support. I am very grateful that you are with me in this journey, and I have more songs coming up. So,
Exciting. Okay, well, we can look forward to that. I mean, aside us watching out for your release in 2 weeks, Virgo, where else can we find you? Do you have any upcoming gigs that we can also watch you perform at?
this month I think I have an upcoming gig in 12 Monkeys, October 20. I think
Okay.
so. Watch out for that. I don't
Okay.
think they've announced it yet.
Oh, okay. Yay, the
But yeah,
exclusive.
I hope it's pushing through. But
Okay.
yeah, you can follow me on my social media. So it's Nica del Rosario on Facebook, X, Instagram, and on Spotify. You can stream my songs there. So.
Awesome. Yes. And you can also request for it here on the Monster, especially here on Soundtrip. You guys can request for Nica del Rosario songs as well. But just want to take this chance to say a hello also to our Stages family that is currently
Yeah,
tuned in.
I love you, Stages fam.
Yes. Hello to everyone. And thank you so much. And thank you so much, Nica. Thank you for gracing our Faces of Indieground stage. We hope it's the first of many more performances and guestings here. So thank you very much.
Thank you
But
so much.
before we say our goodbyes, I think you have one last song for us.
Yes, so this is AU acoustic version. So
All right. Okay, so everybody, let's give it up for Nica del Rosario. Woo!
ilang taon na rin ang lumipas mula nung tayo'y nagwakas. Naalala ko pa ang bawat salita na binigas. Kamusta ka na kaya? Tulad ko naiisip mo rin ba minsan na sa ibang mundo may ikaw at ako na hindi naglaho sa kabilang mundo mayroon Sa ibang mundo, siguro magkahawak kamay tayo maglakad. At sa ibang mundo, siguro magkahawak kamay tayo tatanda. Ngunit sa mundong ito, walang ikaw at ako, dahil tayo'y naglaho. Sa mundong ito, walang ikaw at ako, dahil tayo'y nagkadulong. Ngayon may bago ka ng simula, iyon na ang pag-ibig na galing sa ibang mundo, kung saan ikaw at ako ay hindi sumuko.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster RX93.1.